This guy might be a little rambunctious because he's in the middle of playing fetch with me. What's up, fam of Liberty? It's your boy Big Sarge and Mikey with a couple of upcoming events. Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday, and it's also Task Force Tuesday. We'll be conducting another live stream event at 7 p.m. Eastern, this time with Chris Goldsmith of Task Force Butler and returning guest Ken Harbaugh of Valor Media and Midas Touch Networks. Both men are U.S. military veterans, and if you're not familiar with Task Force Butler, then I recommend that you go sort that out pronto. Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel, I'll be live streaming with a member of the Fam of Liberty, Justyne Labello. She is the mother of a young man named Kevin who has an incurable terminal cancer. We're going to talk with her, and I suggest you bring a hanky or a box of Kleenex because it's going to be emotional. I am also way overdue on reviewing a couple of books that were sent to me by a couple of authors in the Fam of Liberty. I owe a review of Christopher Wilhoit's noir detective book and two books from Kat Needham. One is a sort of children's book about a lost dog, and the other is a sort of autobiography chronicling her adventures in getting a German Shepherd and welcoming the dog into her home. So be on the lookout for that too. And sorry that it took me so long. The weekend of March 14th through 16th, the Sons of Liberty is assisting with a weekend-long protest in Washington, D.C. with our friends Jessica Denson and Cliff Cash. Friday, veterans will march against fascism in Washington, D.C. We do not yet have a form of time or rally point. If you've seen information that suggests otherwise, that information is incorrect with respect to our event. There may be some other group that's piggybacking or overlapping, but they're not us. The reason that we do not yet have that information is because the march organizers are trying to do things by the book. For March 15th and 16th, form-up time will be 12 p.m. Eastern, and the form-up points will be Fox News on Saturday and Heritage Foundation headquarters on Sunday. So for those of you who have been following the Sons of Liberty for any length of time, longer than 1 year, you'll be aware of the phenomenon called Confederate Heritage Month. That is exactly what it sounds like. You'll be aware that each April, I choose to highlight the Southern Unionists. Those are the men and women from the South who remained loyal to the United States instead of siding with the Confederacy. In my usual bombastic style, I take a torch to the Confederacy and everyone who venerates the lost cause, still to this day. I make fun of the heritage not hate crowd, and I do it from the perspective of someone whose paternal heritage is tied to the highest levels of Confederate aristocracy. Yes, on my father's side, we have some slave-owning oligarchs. So if I can torch my heritage, then so can all these other dudes. Anyway, you may have seen some Sons of Liberty social media or video content referencing a crowdfunding campaign coming up in April. Those of you who've been around long enough understand that your boy Big Sarge is a massive history nerd and that I thoroughly research the shit out of the things. I will be running this crowdfunding campaign to fund a 12-episode video documentary on debunking myths of the Civil War. I'll take you to reenactments, take you to lesser-known Civil War sites. We'll go to museums. We'll visit battlefields with other admins. We'll also tackle things like, well, Sherman was a war criminal. The Rebs never did any war crimes, which means that we'll be looking at the Battle of the Nueces, Poison Springs, the Fort Pillow Massacre, and other atrocities that put the lie to lost cause or narratives. Accordingly, I'll be interviewing a number of Civil War reenactors who are part of the Fam of Liberty. Yes, you heard that correctly. There are a lot of left-leaning reenactors. That's the first myth that we'll be debunking. And that's the idea that everyone in the reenactment community or hobby is a racist redneck. I know some of y'all may not be aware of that. The crowdfunding campaign will take place the entire month of April. Every day I'll be putting out video content featuring Southern Unionists that you may or may not know and talking about pivotal events and April anniversaries such as the start of the war and the end of the war on its 160th anniversary. And if you want to see Big Sarge get dressed up in a Union General's uniform, that's your opportunity. Now, to be clear, if this sounds like the kind of thing that you really want to see us do, then save up a couple bucks because just like the last time we tried this last year on the anniversary of Gettysburg, if we don't hit our target, then I can't do the series. You boys are broke-ish. I'll be putting up my own funding to match, so let's make sure we hit our target. Now, those of you who've tuned in to our live stream before it starts, you'll have seen the indie film footage that we run from Bravo Whiskey Charlie Films. I'll be linking up with a couple of my teammates from BWC Films so that our production quality is about the same as what we've done in the past, as opposed to what I've been doing the past few months, including this one, which is shot on my iPhone. So mark your calendars, this Tuesday, this Thursday, March 14th in the month of April, and make sure that you're following the Sons of Liberty on social media. and set your YouTube to get notifications when we do upload video content or plan a live stream, because we're picking up a lot of traction, and I'm sure that we'll have some exciting guests coming up in the near future. That's my time for today. Big Sarge, out here.
And now it's time for the Throatpunch!